Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to more Metroid 2 Return of Samus here on the HeavyBits channel. Last time I showed you how sequence breaking works when we went to a chamber where a Metroid was contained, and we've also picked up the Various suit. Now we are back inside the complex of the Hydra Station because it's now time to investigate the actual building itself. You could do this, you could have done the building first and the surrounding first, but I would usually go for the surroundings first, then sort the building out. It makes things easier. I don't know about you, but there are ways we can all sort this out. Anyway, as you can tell, there are as I mentioned before, Metroids hide in all sorts of places. So we need to basically root them all out and find out where to go. For instance, into here, where one such Metroid is right here. Now, as you may have noticed, if you reduce the amount of Metroids that are going, you'll notice a few things as well which indicate something. For instance, they're going to start blazingly attack with tackle attacks, very high speed tackle attacks, like a Pokemon. But if you notice the little bit of features, you'll notice their legs. That's correct. You'll notice their legs are starting to grow, which indicates that they're growing up, which means they're getting bigger, which means it's indicating they're changing to something darker, something fierce, and something more annoying than fucking usual. I don't know what it is yet, but it will come apparent when the time does come. So, what you're normally supposed to do at this point is you're supposed to go into the temple itself, and then use the items that you find in there in order to go to the top part of the chamber which we are heading to today. It does not change at all. This is still one of the differences that's not changed from the original Metroid 2. There is still a hidden power. There is still a save point here. There's still a traversed effect. It's just a bit more annoying than usual. Which is true. It seems there's a chamber somewhere beyond here. We have no idea what it contains. Seriously, we have no idea what it contains. I am in the dark here. I mean, I haven't played this for a while, but if we go into here, you'll discover that there's another statue, but the seal's roomed off, and something comes out. This is the boss of the area. This is an enemy called Arachnus. This enemy was in the original. You had to use Morph Ball balls to beat him. Here, it is reminiscent of its fusion counterpart, which many people were introduced. In fact, some of the bosses that are introduced in this game have ties into fusion. So this one's the first one, but this one's a bit different. When he screams like that, he'll go into a rollerball motion, which is true. All you have to do then is direct him onto the electrified spikes on the wall, and basically do that. He also has this attack, which does devastating lots of damage. Some of the attacks he has kept, for instance, the Bible attack. There's also the criss-cutting wave patterns that he had from Fusion. He's kept those. What you gotta do here is just basically hit him until he does his roly-poly attack. Then he does that attack. And he does that attack, obviously, when you get close to his death. You can now go ahead and try and get him up onto the walls, and then when he does that, he dies. Kind of simple. I like that better. And you get the Spring Ball. This allows you to jump in Morph Ball mode. Basically allows us to traverse chambers, allowing us to jump through anywhere, and that now we can no longer rely on just basically awkward bomb jumps in corridors that we can easily go through that. Save here because we are not going to come back here again. Now that we have that, I believe we can go get the rest of the items. Arachnus is dead. Again, this is original Arachnus. I mean, there was the cool fusion mode, which was basically Arachnus X. That was just still a freaking terrifying. That's still a fucking space parasite. Also, you may notice you can't get out of the if you go down through here, You can't go out of the chambers, even though you can easily spot them in the thing. However, we have a new form of robot, and it is deadlier than usual. The problem is, though, we are stuck because a certain enemy like that. We can go through here, and we can go through the chambers here, and try and get around this part. This is tricky. Very tricky with that. But you can just go through here, and all you have to do now is just go through there. It seems something's guarding these. I don't know, something's guarding them, that's what I think. And we have another chamber. This does contain an item, the wave beam. Interesting choice for a first upgradable beam, and also the charge one. Charge beam is your first upgrade to the default. The wave beam usually is a powerful electric attack. In the classic one, it just goes through walls. Very useful, and it just basically increases power to attack. It goes through walls and allowing you to hurt the enemies like these. But we haven't got the means to upgrade to a better weapon or a better upgrade to the thing, so that's about it. Now we have two items. You know, I think we'll get one more. We'll call it good, and that item is right here. We now get the high jump boots. This allows us to jump higher than usual, twice as high actually. It's pretty cool. But we can also go through here, and there's like a secret passage. Secret passage does take us to another boss area. Thingy. And we got next our hands on Energy Tank 3. Also, we also spot that another missile pack, which is good to be honest, because I think we're pretty much cleaned up for more missiles. That's really about it. Head back towards here. There you go. That's really all you can just do. Actually, that's all you can just do. But the jumping ability makes these things a lot easier. For instance, we can now jump higher. Indication we can now get out of this chamber. This is exactly why this chamber exists in the first place. To provide the high jump boots. They did debut in, I believe, my memory, there were no high jump boots in there were no high jump boots in the original Metroid. Contrary to belief. Also, the only way you can get this missile pack here is to go for the spots on the floor as we saw earlier. Robot loves to beat the crap out of Samus, so that's gonna have to do for now. I'm gonna have to head back and take care of these robots. See, the wave beam goes through friggin' the terrain and allowing you to destroy these guys. Right, now, this is, as you saw earlier, we can use this. This is what we call a charge bomb jump. And it was one of the things the guy that made the game introduced to make things a lot easier for sole purposes of that. We go through here, we pick up the last item in this area. Effective immediately, because, you know, I've got things to do and such. That's about it. Anyway, I lied. There is actually one missile pack we missed, but it's way back. But it's back at the freaking chamber that we missed. But we can do that anyway. Probably gonna have to get it because you need all the missiles you can get in this game. You have to. But the enemies get tougher. At this point, I mean, this is a Metroid game. You always find a new challenge somewhere down the line. It is just that, really. Anyway, so we picked up the spring ball, the wave beam, and the high jump boots. We have all the tools we need to move on to the next to the next chapter's objective, which is going to be another area. Yeah, it's another breeding grounds coming up, and to be honest, every breeding ground in this game is either more annoying, easier, or hard. As you saw that's the missile pack we missed. So effectively, we could actually go back, we can actually go down to the save room, wrap things up, and we'll carry on with the day. Not this time. I want that missile back. I really do. Sometimes Morph Ball is a lot faster than actual running itself, until you get the means to run better, as it were. Would do that. You can actually climb. You can use the spider ball to go through here, up the chamber like so, knowing you don't need that one. Seriously, you do not need that. Okay, so secret passage is right here. Secret passage is right here. We go back towards the waterways. Now you get to go around the ball, but all you have to do then is that you could just go around from here and towards that. Head to there, and quickly before that steals off, head back towards there and pick up the missile tank. Now we have everything we need. Yes, we do. We have everything we need. As I mentioned before, it is kind of a quick game. I will admit, this is actually a quick game. Just pointing it out, it's a very short game. So, definitely for next time, we are going to be going up again. We are going to be heading down towards the Hydra Station breeding grounds, because they're a lot different for this bit. Yeah, I couldn't get out of that one. So we cleaned up the Hydra Station. We got all the items that we need. There's a lot of items that we do have, that we do desperately need. So let's go on this one. Now let's go ahead and save. Next time on Metroid 2 Return of Samus, we got Metroid to hunt down, and there's only one area that we can do it in. See you all next time.